For today's project, I'll be using this glitter bag that I got from a local shop to make a beautiful wall art. I got it at 150 shillings only from a local China Square. For those who are in Kenya, they are aware of the shop. To make the frame of my wall art, I had to use a laminated plywood and some MDF board that I had cut into fittings so as to fit the measurements that I needed for my wall art. I had to arrange the woods to make sure the MDF board supports the plywood since the plywood is a bit thin. Once I was done, I tried to add the screws at the back of the frame, but the screws were not working since the laminated part was sliding off, so it was hard drilling down or putting the screws onto the frame. So I opted on first using the hot glue gun to hold the MDF boards onto the plywood well before adding the screws onto the frame. Once I was done, I overturned my frame and went ahead to add the screws onto the top part of the frame. Kindly forgive my voice, I really have a bad cold, that's why my voice is not as clear as at the other times. After adding the screws on the top part of the frame, this is how my frame turned out. I went ahead and took the gift bag and I had to cut it onto the side that I needed for my wall art. So I had to remove the paper carefully. Since it's just a light paper, I had to use my pair of scissors to cut them into the size that I needed for my project. For those who are joining this channel, my name is Roxy. I normally do simple home decor DIYs. If you're interested in watching more of my videos, please remember to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so as to get notified whenever I post a new video. Once I was done cutting down the pieces that I need to decorate my wall art, I went ahead and arranged them into the pattern that I needed on this part. Then used my hot glue gun to stick down the papers onto the wooden frame. You can also use wood glue, or maybe you can use glue paper to stick down the gift bag onto the frame that you'll use, or any other frame that you'll use to make the wall art. But I preferred using the hot glue gun on this part since while using the wood glue the paper was kinda getting torn because of the water. The paper is a bit light, so I had to use the hot glue to stick down the gift bag onto the frame. And to my returning subscribers, I'd love to say thank you so much guys for your support. Thank you for supporting Roxy via watching my videos and also sharing them with your friends and family. Continue supporting Roxy until we get to 100 subscribers guys. Thank you so much. I got this idea of using these gift bags from Regina Manka. She's one of the best DIY YouTubers in Kenya. Go check out her channel. She did an amazing job using gift bags to make a beautiful wall art. Once I was done gluing down the papers on the front part, I went ahead and covered the edges of my wall art using a silver mosaic tile. For those who are interested in the silver mosaic tile, I'll put the link on where you can get the mosaic tile. They come in different colors: silver, gold and rose gold. Since they're self-adhesive, it was easy to put them on the side of my wall art. After adding the mosaic tile all around, this is how my wall art turned out on the edges. I preferred using the silver since I had a lot of gold going on the front part of my wall art. And finally guys, this is the end look of my wall art. It can be mounted in any side, either horizontally or vertically. So this is how it looked horizontally, and also this is how it looked vertically. Let me know in the comment section what you prefer it being hanged, and also let me know how it has turned out. Just love how it is easy to make since you don't need a lot of drawings and stuff. It's just using the papers to stick onto the board. On to the second project, I did the same thing as I did on my first project, making the frame of my wall art. I used the plywood and also some MDF boards, used hot glue to stick them down, and also added some screws onto the front part of the frame. Once I was done, I went ahead and took some mirrors that I had cut to fit the frame for my wall art. So I had to put the mirrors on the edges of my wall art to make some framings of the wall art. I had glued down my mirrors using silicone glue, and once I was done, I went ahead to cut the gift bags into the shape that I needed for my projects. Just as I did onto the first gift bag, I had to use my pair of scissors to cut the gift bag into the shape that I needed. After arranging the gift bags onto the pattern that I wanted, I noticed there's some gapping left on the edges, so I added some silver rhinestone wrap that I got from Nafu Glam Decor. I'll put the link in the description box. They have beautiful wraps which are available in silver and gold, so I had to use a silver one, and it's self-adhesive. I had to add it all around my wall art. Once I was done, I went ahead and placed down the gift bags all around to see if they fit in perfectly, and they fitted in perfectly. Once I was done, I took my water glue. Actually, this water glue is much better compared to the paper glue, so I had to add it on the back of my gift bags and placed it on the board. To secure it in place was to help it dry faster. I had to add some books on top of it so as to make sure the paper stays in place and dries in place. I did the same thing onto the other papers. I used my glue to glue them down. As you can see, the papers on the lower row didn't have glitters as the papers on the first row, since I only bought a few bags. But if you want to make a bigger project, I'll prefer you buy many bags. So I had to add some glitters onto the lower part so as to match the upper parts. I used my Mod Podge to put down the glitters onto the wall art. And to my subscribers, for those who would love to support me in making more of my DIYs, there's a thank button onto the YouTube channel. You can support your favorite YouTuber, the small amounts that you can get. Thank you so much. After adding the glitters, I left my wall art to dry overnight, and after that I removed the excess glitters onto the holes which were on the top part of the gift bags. I covered them using some white pearls or flat pearls I had at home, so I had to use my hot glue gun to stick down the pearls onto the holes to cover them up. And I used this hanging bracket on the wall to hang my wall art. And finally guys, this is the end look of my beautiful wall art. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this simple wall art I've just made. I had to put it on my dining section, and I love how they blended in with my accent wall. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this project that I've just made. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll put more of my videos at the end screen, and for those who haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe onto my channel, and also click on the notification bell so as to get notified whenever I post a new video. Bye bye, see you next time for a new DIY.